Okay, so I should be recording now. So this video is meant for people who want to use IntelliJ or are already using it but don't know how to set up the test cases. So here I have the assignment for project open. So the first thing which you want to do is make sure that you have your test cases. I have my inputs and the desired outputs for all those inputs. So now first thing I want to do is go to run at the top, then click on edit configurations, and usually you would have this as empty, so let me delete that. So you would be seeing this once you go there. So let me try and add new here. So you will see many configurations, but you want to click on application, and here your main class is assignment 4, so you click OK there, and your name of this is the name for your run configuration. So let's just say test case 1. So this will run on my local machine, and my development kit is Java 17. You might have Java 8, ignore this. And this is my working directory. So essentially, this is where my project is running. But you want to be going on modify options and click on redirect input. That's the first thing. So now you're given inputs for all your programs, for test cases. So what you can do here is that you can go to your directory and look for your test cases. So here I'm doing test case 1. So I'll click on input1.txt. So right now it's going to redirect input from that text file. That's the first one. Now I also want to compare my output with the given output at the very end. So in the same menu, I have another option here called Save Console Output to File. I'll click on that. So now essentially I want the output in the terminal to be saved in a file so that I can compare it with the given outputs. So again, I go back here and I'll just enter the test cases for, like, I want the output to be saved in this folder, and I will just put the name of the file which I want to save it as. So my output 1.txt. Okay, then I will click OK here, and you can see here that I have one configuration now for test case 1, and I select that and I press run. Okay, so now you can see here in test cases 4, I have one file called my output 1.txt. So this is the output which I'm getting for that piece of code. Now I want to compare my output with the output which we were given for this coursework. So I would press on this, I hold Alt, and I click on output1.txt and do Control D. So now this will open up the files side by side. So you can see on the left, I have my test cases. So this is my output1.txt, and on the right we have output1.txt. So we can see that the files are identical, essentially pretty much identical, but the only difference is line separators. So IntelliJ tells you that the only difference is like line separators. But what if your output is very different? So I will keep this file open. I will go back to my assignment4.java and I will input some stuff here. So let's say I put system.out.println, let's say a bunch of new lines. Okay, I save this and I run the same test case again. So it's a run configuration. I run that. It shows up in my terminal. I can close this again and I go back here. Now you can see that my output has extra lines here. That's why it's showing you that like this should not be here essentially. But if I want to change it, let's say I add text instead of white spaces. So let's say, okay, then I will run this again. Now, actually, let's see what happens in this file. It's in this view itself. Now you can see here it points out the differences as well. So essentially this UI, you can use it to identify all the differences which you have from the given outputs. Now, one more thing is you might have noticed that when I'm running my configuration, the terminal pops up like this. You can disable this. I'm not sure right now how I did that last time, but this is how you would be essentially uh, redirecting input from your input.txt files and saving the console output into the files. So I have done this for one file, but you have to make sure that you are making a new configuration for each test case. So let me just duplicate this. So I copy configuration. I change the name here, test case 2. I still have the same class, but this time I have input.txt and my output should be my output2.txt. I click OK. I have test case 2 now. Let me run that. Now you can see I have a new file here, my output2.txt. We can click on that, hold Alt, press output2, hit Control D. Then we get the comparison for this this set of test case essentially. So yeah, if there's any questions, just ask me on Discord. I'm Renard Ali or Minda Minion, I guess. So yeah, that's all from me.